In tonight's Money Watch report, the price of residential real estate continues to explode across the country, up 20% last year. I talked with financial expert Carl Carlson to give us some insight into what might be causing this.
First thing is the Fed increasing interest rates. So for a long time, the interest rates have been really quite low. We've seen historical lows, like a 2.5% fixed for 30 years interest rate. That's incredible. So it's made for some really low house payments. But now they're increasing it. That 2.5, people may now be looking at 3.5, 4.5% there. And that's just getting started. So the Fed says they're going to continue to raise rates throughout the year, maybe another 1.5%, and then something similar to that for next year. So people are flooding to buy homes while the interest rates are low. So that's the first thing that's happening. And that flood to go by, of course, runs the price up, and it becomes a seller's market, and the people that are purchasing are having to pay a lot more money.
So you mentioned three things. That's the first. What are the other two?
Yeah, so the other two, the second one is the work from home phenomenon that happened with the pandemic, where so many people shifted to working from home. And it sounds like about 25% of those people are not going to go back to the office. So they've decided, you know what, I think I like working from home, especially with gas prices way up. I don't want to drive and have this long commute and spend all this money on fuel. And so 25% of the people are saying, I'm going to work from home. The market and the employees have accepted that. Their employers are accepting it. And so now what we see is you can live anywhere. You can live anywhere and work from home. So you can work for a company in California while you're living in Kansas. And so people move to Kansas and they're paying California prices. Wow, Kansas seems cheap. So they're running up the prices everywhere across the nation, especially in those markets where, so New York, maybe not as much actually, because people are tending to be leaving New York. So that was the second thing, Todd. And the third thing is we now have another competitor for the residential real estate market, and that is Reits. That's real estate investment trusts. They're now getting into the residential market. For a long time, they've been in the commercial market, buying commercial properties and then renting them out, and then you can buy a little share of that trust. So now, though, they're out there buying residential properties. So we have another buyer that's jumped into the market, and that's also running up prices.